Okay, I'm back. And yeah, I know, these grass stairs, I don't know what's causing it. Let's bring it over here a minute. Hang on. There you go. So now you can see it as well. Alright, let's see. Actually, let's put it up there. Because nothing's up there. So, let's see what we're doing now. So there's got to be something in this render. It's probably by the X and the Y values, to be fair. So we need to start... Oh, fucking hell, this is well confusing. I'm the one typing it and it's still confusing. So, let's block all that out a minute. Let's try this the old fashioned way. XS equals 0. XE equals this dot width. YS equals 0. And YS equals YE, sorry, equals this dot height. For fuck's sake. So now it's just going to draw everything, and it's still drawing them in the wrong places. Good God, my. Alright, so XO equals 0. Yeah, that looks perfect. That's what that looks. Also, it's not loading the brick texture. Let's just try quick to make sure there actually is a brick texture. Tile s dot get tile 1 0 and dot render at 0 0. So it doesn't even seem to realise that there's a brick texture. I definitely made the brick texture, didn't I? I definitely made it and saved it. Into tiles.png, is that the one we're loading? Hang on, let's make sure this is the correct one. Engine. Chamber. Yeah, seems to be. Res. Tiles.png. And let's try restarting it now. No, it's definitely still not loading the... Have I got them the wrong way around? That would be interesting. Tile X, tile Y, tile X, tile Y. So we're loading this into I, which is that bit in J. So that one seems fine. So let's do I minus XS. So that will be how many tiles it's stepped. Let's do that. Yeah, that's looking nearly right, I guess. And then we're going to times that by p.x. That's why we get the grass stairs. And then we're going to add the x modulus bit we need, don't we? Add this dot x modulus p.x. Yeah, we need to add that just purely because if we now put up here that this dot x equals say 13, it'll move it all and it'll make sure it all looks good. Last thing we're going to do in here quick, I'm just going to put that this is going to draw it in pink. What am I doing? I is less than target dot length I plus plus target I equals 0 times ff 0 ff. Let's draw pink. There you go. Now we're getting pink here, and it is definitely recognizing that there should be something in that top corner. It just isn't drawing what it should be. Why not? What's wrong with you? Just draw it. Anyway, let's carry on and see what else we can come up with. Level here. So that X is correct. Now the Y, let's do Y, the Y offset. what we're going to do is we're going to start by doing J minus YS. Yeah, that looks about right. And then we're going to times that by P dot Y. Yeah, like that. That should put the virus at the bottom, which it does. Wicked. And then we're going to go and add this dot y modulus p dot y. And again, that just sets it so that if we now put that this dot y equals 13 instead, we can move the y value, which hopefully we won't have to. But, let's put y back to 0. Wicked. Right. We're going to stop this and run it again, just because I need it to look quite nice. Sorry, I didn't realise I moved that off, and it seems to should. Why isn't that included in the thing? Excuse me. There you go. That's it. Right, so this is what we've got on the screen now. And you can see around the edge we've got a sort of broken part, and so that is going to be the brick that we need to put in. For some reason the brick isn't loading, even to the point that I'm trying to draw it here manually after the level. That'd be a good idea to do it before the level, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm trying to draw it manually and it still won't draw. Let's put it at 32 for a minute, just to make sure that it's still trying to draw it. Yeah, it still can't draw it. That's fine. Well, it's not fine. So let's have a look at how the tile sheet's loading. So it loads everything. Dot render part. So the fact that it can't even draw the second one, it isn't even recognising the black line. Like, there isn't even a black line around it. Let's try copying it and pasting it down here to see if that does anything. And reload it. Nope, still doesn't do anything. Okay. So we need to find. There's got to be a problem with something. Is it how it's loading? So this is loading. I is the width, J is the height. So it's just going to load them in pretty standardly, to be honest with you. Get tile, X and Y are the right way round. So that's fine. That shouldn't make any difference in the slightest. Over here in level, get tile red is the X value, green is the Y value. Which I think's no, because it's definitely got to be something to do with this bit, because we're trying to draw it manually and it still won't draw. What about the render part? What have I done with render part? Did I even X minus that, Y minus that, tile sheet? Ah, okay. No. So let's see. Right. Let's print into the bottom. It's below the other. What do you mean? What do you mean it's below? What's it below? So I'm just going to print all the parameters here. Height. There you go. Right, so that's no, not that one. So that's going to print all the parameters that are coming into render part, and so it should print like 100 of them, which it is, which is brilliant. And we need to go right back to the beginning. It says 0, 0, and then 0.32, and then 32 0 here, which is fine, which is what it's meant to do. So it is rendering at the correct thing. Let's check what XO. So XO is X, which is the current value, minus, so the current value minus the X position. Okay, that's why. That needs to be this dot W, and that needs to be this dot height, and then that needs to be this dot W. No, it doesn't. That needs to be that. Oh, how come I doing that? Yeah, now do that. There we go. Now we have bricks. I worked it out, it's fine. Yeah, all I was doing is I was using the wrong width and height values for when I was looping. I was looping just for the 32 by 32 that I wanted to do, and then moving it as like quite a way along and stuff, so it wasn't drawing properly. Yeah, it was like that, and really I needed to do it that way. No, it wasn't that. I thought it was that, but it wasn't. It's fine. It works now. So if I now stop drawing that, we'll now have our level that we can draw. Yay! There it is. So there's our level loaded in. I do kind of want to do a SKYBOX. Just do a SKYBOX. So the one with the SKYBOX is just do a new file and do it 1600 by 600. Go for this. Go for the white, and let's just put this as primary. We want to make it a little bit blue, and then for the primary value here we want it white. Render clouds. That works. That looks very fucking bright, doesn't it? Let's adjust the brightness contrast. Let's turn the brightness down, turn the contrast a bit, brightness down more contrast. Oh no, not that. There you go, that works. Save this as Sky001. Okay, now in here what we're going to do is we are going to also pass this a second value, which is res/sky001.png, and then we're going to have to go and change the constructor and call this sky. What we're going to do is, first thing we're going to do here is this dot sky equals new image sky. We're just going to leave this as an image because there's no point in changing it really. And create the field sky. Last thing we're going to do is private int called sky tick, and we're going to set that as 0 to begin with. Don't need to settle that. Access YS. Okay, so let's see if I can actually pull this back quick. I probably should have done this before I started on the SKYBOX. So if I could put all that back, it would be pretty cool, because that will mean it's... Yeah, that works. That looks like it works anyway. We did it, Reddit. Fair. So that's our sky tick. What we're going to do before we actually render the level out, just up here, we'll do it first, is this dot sky dot render, and then its value is going to be minus this dot x tick, sky tick, sorry. Yeah, minus this dot sky tick, and then y value is 0. Then make a new function called public void tick, where in this we do sky tick plus plus if sky, if I can learn how to type, if sky tick is greater than or equal to 800. I'm cheating for now. Sky tick equals 0. And then one last thing we do have to do is just over here take this to be 800 pixels. So I need to find the point where it is 800 pixels, which is there. That's 802. Needs. Oh, I'm proper screwing this up now, aren't I? It needs to be 800 pixels exactly. So there. Cut that. Paste it back. Paste a new one in. And I want to line this up completely with this. So let's see, that needs to be like that. And now the problem I'm going to have is that's going to have a seam down it, isn't it? Doesn't it? Does it? I don't know, does it? Like that? Undo, undo. I don't know, I've done something wrong here. There we go, now paste it in. And does it have a seam? Yeah, it has a seam. So what we're going to do is do it again. And I'm going to put it over here. And I'm going to put it in 0, 0, which is like that, and then just flip it over. And make sure at the bottom again it says 800 by 800. So now it's going to be seamless. And the idea now, what we should be able to do when we render it, I know, because now what we need to do is take this pink rendering out, and instead in tick do level dot tick, and now hopefully what should happen, we should have the sky, and you can't see it probably because it is quite light, but the sky is scrolling. So the sky is scrolling across, so it looks like it's all moving. Well, it is moving, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. Frame rate is dropping quite a lot. I have to work out how to correct that. But yeah, so now we've got our images with loading levels. Let's just show you what I can do with these levels now. So let's just make another class, right? Another tile, sorry. So I'm going to go make another tile here, which will make... let's make a dirt tile. So we're going to make this here, copy it into here, and then just flip it back up to the top like so. And save that. So now we've got a dirt tile, which will be black and 2. Get our pencil and fill with a tolerance of 0. This bottom bit to, oh fucking hell, let's do this properly. There you go, like that. So now when we load it, instead of grass at the bottom, we're going to have that. Yeah, lovely. Right. So then what we'll do is we'll get our standard black pencil, which is here, and we're going to draw this in, so have some grass in. So if we have sort of grass all the way along the bottom, like so, and just sort of mark out some areas. So here we're going to have a little bit to jump on. Here we'll have a little bit of extra grass sort of sticking out the wall, because these walls are going rotten apparently. And we'll have grass up here instead now, so you'll be able to jump up there. Should I be able to jump 2? No, just 1. Like so. And let's fill that in then with dirt. Like so as well. And then we come in here and now we'll have, yeah, oh no, not quite. Nearly, not quite there. So 2. So you want this to all be 2, like so. And like that. Yeah, there you go. Now we've got dirt at the bottom with grass on top. And as you can see, we can have a little bit of dirt up there as well. You'll be able to jump up here and then jump up across. Which again, it's pretty cool. We're actually building levels that we can literally put a whole tile into our new tile, into our tile sheet, and then just put it straight on this without touching any code, which is quite cool. I do really want to build a level builder though, so that I don't have to sort of try and make the difference out between different types of blacks, because it's almost impossible. It is impossible. The only way I can do it is with the colour checker. This, you can see up in the top right corner, this has a red value of 2, red value of 0, and this has a red value of 1. So I really want to change this sky as well. Render clouds. Can I? Okay, so roughness, make them really rough, and scale really big clouds. I like the idea. Or do I want small clouds? Small clouds I think are quite cool. Multiply and normal. Sorry. Reseed, reseed, reseed. So I'll just go find a cloud that I'm happy with. That one. Again, get 800. Which is there. And just flip it over so that it's make it seamless. Like so. And then adjustments, hue and saturation. We're going to make this into a bluey colour. Saturate it. And you ain't going to let us do that because it's black and white. So what we're going to have to do instead is go into curves, go RGB, take the blue off, and the reds we're going to drop. Oh no, that's, my god, that looks weird. We just literally want the that looks something creepy actually. Oh, actually, if we done that with like so we reset this. Oh my god, what am I doing? There you go, put that back up there. Put that back to normal. Turn the red off. I'll right click to remove control points. So now we've turned the red off, we can make like a really dark sky. Really bring the, oh, no, that went weird, didn't it? So sort of, oh no, that's what I wanted. That's it, right. And do that. Now we run it. You're gonna have this sort of, you can see now the actual movement. And I quite like the look of that sky. I don't like the look of this seam so much. Need to work out a better way to do the seam there. I don't know, I'll work that out in a minute. But, oh, fucking hell. You really do see that as well. It's because it's flipped, it's not the same. I'll make a sky properly in a minute. I just wanted to make sure the sky worked, really. Yeah, so that's done, which is really cool. So what we're going to do now, so we're building a level, we're building the tiles, we've got a skybox on there as well. We could put a character in. I was really going to save that for next time. I wanted to really focus on the level this time. I could start building the level builder, I guess, but again, I want to make sure we've got the engine running. So we've got the level working. So if we put a character in, at least then we can start working on collision. Should we start? Yeah, we'll start working on collision, I think. So we'll put a character in and start working on collision.